First time I noticed that I was thinning would have been in Queensland. I was working with my dad and we were cutting down some trees and everyone was taking some photos. I looked back on those photos and there was just a little bit of clearness on the crown. And then that was probably 24 when I noticed that. But once you notice it, it was like, yeah, it was a rapid decrease. Hair for me has always been a massive thing from when I was a child. The one thing I didn't really care if anything else happened, but I just wanted to maintain my hair. So that was a bit of a depressing moment, figuring out that was happening. I've always been a pretty confident person. I think hair loss is very internal. A lot of people go, oh, you can shave your head, you look good with a shaved head, and it's never about what other people think. It was about how I felt, and I didn't want to be one of those people wearing a hat every day. Like, I love my hair and I wanted to hold on to that as much as I could. So I remember being at the football club and speaking to a guy talking about hair transplants and that sort of thing, and he mentioned to me that he'd had one. I was like, I didn't even know that was a thing. And then I probably started looking into that and looked into that for a few years, did a lot of research about what the process of that is, when was the best time to get those surgeries, and then just followed that path, I suppose. You know, we talked about potentially doing another hair transplant, and I was just like, that's such a process again. I don't really want to go down that path when I'm really happy with the transplant. I just need a bit more density for when I'm wet. And then I sort of stumbled across SMP and had a bit of research and looked at what it could be done, because a lot of it's with shaved heads. So I wanted to see how that would work with longer hair and if it was natural looking and those sort of processes. And obviously had a chat with Caitlin and it was a no-brainer. Definitely heaps better. The whole challenge was not having to use hair fibres anymore. We spent Christmas away swimming at the beach. Obviously the no hair fibres was always making my hair look thinner. The density and stuff it's crazy to actually think that the tattooing on the skin can make the hair that much thicker. Because the density is really good now. It's, you know, it looks 90% thicker than it did before. I don't even think I've used the fibres since I've been back from our trip. So I was using them every day before that. So every single day, it was a bloody nightmare. So now I don't have to do that. Like when I'm going to the gym and then I shower, I don't have to put hair fibres in. You know what I mean? I just put my hair stuff in and then we're done. That's probably the biggest change and the most annoying habit that I've been able to get rid of. From having a hair transplant and having to go through that huge process, go overseas, to having something that's so quick, would entice people to want to do this, for sure. I'm in a Facebook group of people that have had hair transplant. I've commented on there about SMP and so many people are like, oh, what's SMP? And so it's obviously not super known by everyone. And I think with hair transplants, you've got to realize that you're not going to get the full density that your hair previously was. Nearly every single person would be keen on the idea of having SMP after a hair transplant, whether it's to fix up those scars, or just giving that little bit of extra density that you're not going to get unless you somehow pulled a million hairs out of the back of your head and replanted them.